All right, guys, you ready? Let's get into this. So let me ask you guys, what would you do if somebody that you loved just disappeared for 24 years? And then you get a call saying they're alive. Well, this situation is going on right now in North Carolina. And if y'all are anything like me, this is really going to mess with you because I couldn't believe it when I was researching it. So a mom named Michelle Hunley Smith disappeared in December of 2001. She left her home in Eden, North Carolina, supposedly heading to a Kmart in Marshallsville, Virginia for Christmas shopping. Now, for all you youngsters out there who don't know, Kmart back in the 80s and 90s, that was the place to go. It was like Walmart now. They had a thing called a blue light special where they'd actually put a blue light up on a sales counter and sell off stuff. It was the iconic 80s and 90s thing. Most of them are gone now. It was just a thing to do back then. So she leaves to go to this Kmart and never returns, never comes back. She was 38 years old when this happened. And as you can imagine, her husband and her children were frantic. They didn't know what had happened, if she'd been abducted, if she'd been murdered. Nobody knew. So the family and the authorities kept searching, and by New Year's Eve of 2001, she was officially claimed a missing person. For decades, it was a nightmare for this family with all these unknowns, no answers. Nobody knew. Nobody ever found a body. Nobody knew what happened to her. Birthdays pass, holidays pass, kids grow up, and all the what ifs are still there. Over the years, investigators worked the case with help of multiple agencies, multiple resources, and still the same outcome, nothing. And her family kept pushing too, including her daughter, who built a social media page to help hopefully keep leads coming in and to try to maybe one day find her. Okay, so now you know the backstory, and pretty much, like I said, nobody knows, no answers, she's just gone. Now, fast forward to February of this year. Investigators get new information on February 19th. And then the very next day, make contact with Michelle, who's been missing for 24 years. She's alive and well somewhere in North Carolina. But here's the crazy part. She requested that her location remain private. She wanted to stay anonymous. She didn't want anything to do with her family. Allegedly, she told the authorities she left because of ongoing domestic violence. And that's heavy, guys. You know, domestic violence is not right. It's not good. It's never good in a family. It's never good, period. It's not the answer. And if that be the case, then there's probably going to be more into this than what we know right now. But at the same time, the sheriff's office says there were no reports filed previously to her disappearance for any kind of domestic violence or anything. Now, that's not saying that there wasn't, but they're saying that they never followed up on this or that type of situation in her disappearance because there was never anything filed. So in other words, this is ongoing. We don't know the full story yet. It's still happening, unfolding as we speak. And listen, guys, I want to make this very, very clear. Privacy matters. And if that's what she wants and they need to work out something amongst themselves as a family, at least now they know where she's at. And maybe they can come to some kind of closure. But right now, they're still living the fallout. Her daughter, Amanda, was reported saying after all this come to a conclusion and after she was found and everything else, that she said that she was ecstatic, she was heartbroken, and most of all, she was pissed. That's why I talk about family so much on this channel, guys, is, there's so many dynamics and so much we don't know about this case yet. But if you work at it, a lot of this stuff could never happen, wouldn't happen. And you know, when you hear about a case like this, that makes you think, or it made me think, you know, have you had that talk with your spouse? What happens if one of you is gone? What happens if both of you are gone? What's your child going to do? Do you have a plan? So, but anyways, that's the video. That's everything I know so far. There's a couple of allegations about she's going to have to repay the man hours used to find her and things like that. They're talking about some charges coming up for all different things, but all of it's just new right now. So as soon as I hear something, I'll let you know. If you want me to do a follow-up video, let me know in the comments. So y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.